This episode contains a lot of beer advertisements, so grab a beer, sit back and enjoy. So this episode of Sando's Garage, we're going to be installing some trackside signs on the fences. These were all printed on A3 paper from Officeworks. My partner, she did all the signage through a graphics program, all measured to size to suit my track. You can see the old Tui's draft, the old logos from 88, 89, 90, which is basically the era I'm sort of focusing on for this track. The James Hardy for the James Hardy dipper, little JH logos, and the BP for BP cutting. The one on the left-hand side, the building, I found these buildings online, cut them to size, and they'll be my background buildings on the Monaco hairpin part of the track. You'll see later, I've got a rough setup of it, but it looks really good once it's standing up. Here's the process, how I did it. Unfortunately, I couldn't use the 3mm MDF on some of these corners because they were just too tight for the MDF to bend. So I got some thick cardboard. There's the Posca pens from Officeworks again, and I just measured it out, cut out my Tui's draft logos and fit it on the cardboard, and use the Posca pen for the rest. And as you can see, turned out quite well there. That'd be the top of Reed Park there. Turned out really well. Pretty happy with it. So just spanning the camera across the top of the mountain there on my track, you can see in the foreground the webbing I've put for plaster later on. There's another Tui's draft, the Nissan and the James Hardy dipper. Just trying to recreate that era. As you can see, it's turned out quite well. Probably need a couple of trims here and there to fit it in, but I'm pretty happy the way that turned out. BP cutting, which we've seen before previously in many videos. Just cutting out the BP logo, pasting it on. And you can see the Tui's draft up through Reed Park there. Tried to recreate that image from the late 80s, 90s there with the Tui's draft. And I'm pretty happy with that. Once I get some background scenery in with people, it should look really effective. So that's the aim, but it's a long way off yet. Now, this is probably one of my favourite images to date. The yellow flag, you got the HRT Commodore followed by Brocky in his Ford Sierra. These are the buildings I'm talking about for the Monaco part. So I've added them just loosely to the background. I'll probably glue them onto some 3mm MDF. Add awnings to them and some greenery. It looks quite effective. It kind of has the Monaco feel with that hairpin. I also did the inside brick wall of the hairpin as well, which turned out quite well. This is the webbing I'm talking about for my plaster work. Once I start getting into that, just thought I'd get the webbing up. Taped it on just to hold the glue, and all run around the inside of the top of the mountain there. And then I really got to get into that. That's the next part I want to build, and then start doing some serious scenery work as well. So there it is, just a short episode this week, just a recap of what I've been up to with the signage, cutting it out, applying it, how I did it, and of course the plaster webbing as well, which is to come in the future. So once again, thanks for watching Sando's Garage Slot Cars.